Tone Deaf Monk here. Hey, listen, this is not a product review. This is just a little bit of an update. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I want to do on my channel. I love all the feedback that I've been getting. A couple of things that that was mentioned is that when I do my product reviews, I don't actually show you what the earbud looks like in my ear. So my ears are medium large. I take a 13.3 millimeter tip, so that's like an Osla medium large. So that's kind of my preferred. Also, my preferred tip are like a JVC spiral dots, and again, they come in like a 13.3, so they're perfect for me. Anybody who needs that size, leave a comment and I will let you know what I found for that size. Basically, I was fooling around today with my Simgot EA500s. I was kind of doing my final little mod on the vent. You see that little screen on there? So basically what I did is I took one of these 4x3 millimeter foamies. I cut it in half. I used a pair of tweezers and I shoved half of that into that little vent hole by the nozzle, not the back one. And then I took a teeny little piece of micro pore tape and I covered that little hole up, and then I put one of these little 3.5 millimeter screens over top of that. That is my Simgot final version vent mod. Adds in some sub bass. Doesn't, I don't think, muck with anything else doing this that I found. And I've tried different levels of micro pore tape and all that happy jazz. Anyway, for those who don't and haven't picked up one of these sets yet, let me throw some spiral dots on there for you. And these things fit like fantastic. They fit better than anything else that I own, except for maybe the Eco OH10 meteorites, I call them. They're freaking heavy. Love these EA500s. If you haven't picked up a set, I do highly recommend them. They are such good value for what they are. So, right now, what's in my ears is a pair of 64 audio U4S's on loan from a friend. This K-Bear cable that I picked up also. I love the K-Bear cables if you haven't seen them. I'm a big advocate of making sure that you put on the correct 2-pin adapter. So this one's a flat one. Typically the K-Bear ones are flat. Yeah, come on. Throw me a freaking bone here, man. All right, forget it. All right. But you know what I mean. They're not the extended ones that put too much pressure on the IM. I'm a big fan of that. Again, 4.4. Rambling on. You saw my review of the Legato. Now, I'll show you what that looks like in here while I'm doing modeling for you. The shell is a little bit... You got to get the right tips in here. I don't know. Can you see that? All right. It actually fits really good. Again, make sure that you do tip roll. And again, here's a JVC spiral dot on here. And I heard Larry mention that in a comment today. That's one of the ones that they use as well to do the tuning. And this oil-soaked cable as well. So if you want that, let me know. I'll throw a link up there as well in the comments. Do that for me. A bunch of stuff coming in, and so this one is obviously, this is like a $1,100 US, and the Simgots are $80. I'm gonna try, and I've got a bunch of cheaper ones coming. The new Simgot is coming. That's $20. CVJ is $20 with tuning switches, which I don't think does anything. And I've ordered a couple more KZs, the DeFi as well. So I'm also on my channel going to try and do some less expensive ones. I mean, not everybody can afford, well, either can I, a $1,200 IM. I'm just very thankful to have good friends that loan me stuff. So if you haven't seen, and I don't mention this a lot of actually what my desk is and how I listen. I have a listening chair downstairs that I do a lot of my listening. I use a i5 Zendac 2 and an i5 Can. That's my kind of downstairs a bit. I use the Hibby R6 Gen 3 is a lot of my portable stuff. E1DA Super Resolving ESS 9038 DAC. The Truthier Shiro. Great value. Love this DAC with the Cirrus Logic chips. Probably best value, I think. And then another Shanling UP5. That's the one there. It's over here. That's my reference studio monitors, some Atom Audios. My laptop that I use, and I'm using Qbuzz now that it's come to Canada. Woohoo! Bit Perfect out of that. That sends it to USB into a Geshelli JNOG J2 AKM 4493. I also have a X Duo MT604 and a Loxy P20. And most of my big stuff goes on to a Topping A90D Discrete. And that's also another amp that I use, my Sumo Ulysses. So that's just a speaker amp that I also put stuff on. And above that, you can see the Head Amp 6, which is a headphone selector. So that's how I do, you know, when I'm listening to 1 to 4 different IEMs to do a real good comparison between the others. Okay. Now, speaking of comparisons, so far I've done a lot of reviews on IEMs, but what I haven't done is done a lot of comparisons, and that's probably because just like I've got a 64 audio IEM here, loaned from a friend, I've got most of my stuff out on loan as well. And so when those come back, what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to do more comparisons. So I did my impressions of that particular IM, but how does that Simgot EA500 compare to, you know, Legato and... You know, here's a classic example. So here's an ISN H50. And then also look what showed up a couple days ago. Penon Fan 2. I'm a big fan of the fan. I'll tell you that straight up right now. If you ever wanted a... Well, I always found like the globe was super dark and warm. The serial was also kind of like that, but a slightly different base. And the Fan 2 is nothing like those except for keeping some of the soul of the phenomenal vocals that Penon brings to the table, but now way more balanced. I love my bass, very fast and hard hitting. And oh boy, dual 6mm comes to the plate on those. Very, very nice. Anyway, that's it for now. I just wanted to share a bit of an update. And I wanted to thank everyone who has joined me on my channel. And I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Much love. Out for now. And till I bring you a bunch more coming up soon. Cheers. Hello everyone, Tone Deaf Monk. Hey, so just wanted to throw an update up here there from